It's Christmas.
How can you murder it?
I mean, those expressions are really making.
So what's the intro music? Well, you want them to sing a Christmas song?
Well, shall I sing a Christmas song?
No, I
You-
can't.
put it on?
I have a reputation to uphold at this university.
She's like famous.
We've started, haven't we? Right.
Oh, we've started. guys.
We've started. Right. Welcome to Get to the Point. Today's podcast is "'Tis the Season of Campaigns." Right. My name's Andy Imrie, and I am course leader for creative advertising.
Oh, I'm Emily and I'm second year in advertising.
I'm Amina. I'm third year in creative advertising.
I'm Amber. I'm also third year.
I'm Eve, I'm second year of creative advertising.
I'm Monica, I'm second year at creative advertising.
I'm the only one that didn't say I am also creative advertising.
Well, if you're not, you shouldn't be here. Right, so we've all been talking, as everyone is these days, about the Christmas ads, because it's probably the biggest time of the year when it comes to ads. And we've been talking about the ones we like and the ones we don't like. You've done a little poll online, haven't you, about the favourite ones?
Yep, on our Bucks ad school. Please follow.
Thank you very much. And so the obvious one is, so the big hitters are Tesco's, which came out yesterday, which is, I don't like that one. Do we like that one?
No,
I mean, that's alright, it's a bit fun.
very
I
boring.
wouldn't say it was like really good.
Yeah,
For a Christmas ad, it wasn't that good.
No.
The concept was good. The idea was good. The delivery was boring.
Yeah.
It was just a bit too long to get to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I heard
was
Club
watching
Card,
Yeah, it was the product was shoehorned in, and
Yeah.
it was a one joke. Like they all turn it into Christmas trees or
trees.
snowmen, and it was just a bit boring. And it happened right at the beginning. And
I like the idea of like Christmas spirit, but just the way they did it was
also the Snow Woman was terrifying.
Yeah, that
It
was.
was.
yeah,
it looked
yeah,
like
it was
freaking Cat in the Hat.
yeah.
Yeah.
PTSD from my childhood.
PTSD.
Love that.
Not doing this.
so the big one is the M&S one, which everyone either loves or hates. Do we like that one? We've seen it.
we
What
watch-
The Instagram said, let's have a look.
Okay, we got statistics.
The options were not a fan, don't like or hate it, and then love it. 32% said not a fan, 50% don't like it or hate it, so everyone's kind of neutral, and then 16% loved it. I'm not really a fan.
Yeah, which
I'm
one?
telling you.
You know, when she's like throwing stuff everywhere.
Do Christmas your own way.
Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah, selfish.
It had
Selfish Christmas.
potential.
The message was good.
Oh,
Sorry.
Go on,
I
Emmy.
like it.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I see. I'm with
just
Emmy
gave
on
was-
this. We didn't like
Celebrities
it.
are more vulnerable than you think. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
It didn't give Christmas. It gave like.
Gave don't hate online.
No, it just meant that like celebrities like have Christmases as well. Does that make sense?
I feel like I feel like it was more like I like the idea of like them going, do you know what, you don't have to do the typical Christmas stuff, but then they just did get rid of everything and
Yeah,
didn't
it's like
actually
throwing
keep
it
anything.
around.
They could be like, we don't like this, but we like this, like make it your own in that
Or
way.
like doing
Whereas
your
they
own
basically
tradition,
said
whereas
screw everything.
So
It
there's
was
some
like-
bloke playing Twister or something,
And then
or
he just goes,
and then
bam.
chucked in the fish, and it's like right.
But then there was
We're
no
not playing
alternative.
games.
It's like
you have to be like options.
And they set fire to all the
Yeah.
Christmas cards. That's a fire
It was
hazard.
just
I'm
a
sorry.
I mean, yeah, Christmas cards are so like 2010. Amber.
2010. You don't send Christmas
I
cards.
always say
What a
Christmas
Grinch.
I have my phone. Merry
but why is-
Christmas, Grandma.
I've never. You said. God.
believe you.
Right. John Lewis. That's the big one. What about John Lewis? I love it. Okay.
Hate
It's the
it.
best one for years.
What?
Snapper. John Lewis.
That's the best one for
Yeah,
years.
it's the best one for
Absolutely
years.
not.
Is he
Awful.
It's the best one
Why?
since
It was
Boxer
just so
Dog.
like basic. Like I could see it was coming.
Like,
Yeah.
I watched it. And
You
I knew
didn't. You
exactly
hated it
what was
because it
coming.
wasn't Christmassy.
It just
It wasn't
really,
Christmassy.
didn't
It wasn't
Christmas.
loving. It wasn't like
John
a John Lewis
Lewis
advert.
is
Yeah.
like so iconic with all their ads.
make
you
it
know,
moves you. It's like,
It was not moving in any way.
Yeah,
Like Tesco could have done it. I wouldn't have known different.
Usually Christmas has very like cringy, and that one was just like it wasn't.
But
like,
that's the
it
point,
was
it's gotta be a bit
Christmas, but
cringy.
It wasn't like soppy. That's why I liked it. And also there was like twists and turns, you know.
but that's
Yeah, but
not
I-
John
You
Lewis.
lot don't.
See
Do
what
you
Christmas
lot like
has
soppy
coming.
Christmas ads?
I
then?
love it.
yeah.
So
Yeah,
you're
it's not.
Kardashian Christmas, right?
I don't like Christmas ads.
But I don't like, no.
Christmas ads, no.
I like old
That's
John
why I
Lewis
like the
ads.
KFC one
I
as
think
well,
they've gone a
it's
bit.
not like-
Yeah,
they're
but that's
trying
like
too
in
hard.
KFC's
KFC.
brand, whereas John
Yeah.
Lewis's brand is
Okay,
the
okay.
emotional family ads, and that wasn't giving emotional family
And also,
ads.
Yeah.
bear in mind what Christmas means to other people. So if you see it as family and togetherness, and oh my God, you're gonna
Yeah.
like that because it's like
Yeah,
you resonate
yeah,
with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Clearly, Monica don't
She's
resonate
like,
with.
she's just a Grinch. over
Right.
here.
She's about snapping.
Grinchy.
Like,
How? What do you mean?
I've got a hat on.
Christmas hat.
It was alright. It was funny.
It wasn't funny.
It wasn't
Oh.
John Lewis.
Right,
Yeah.
so the,
Right.
okay,
If it was like Tesco who did it, then I'd be like, oh, it's an
Yeah.
alright ad, but it wasn't a John Lewis ad.
It wasn't.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what I'd say.
So, all right, what about my favourite one, Julie and her mates in the Amazon ad, all the old wrinkly sitting
Yeah,
there.
that's the best one.
That is the best one.
That was
Julian
more
and-
John Lewis than John Lewis.
That's the
Yeah.
best one,
The best
right?
one.
Yeah.
A little tear in the eye when she
No one
remembers
was
when she was a
crying.
little girl. I was crying.
Yeah. I think I like old people Christmas ads because they're always sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's sadder if you are an old person.
Oh.
Oh. He's making it morbid now.
I've only
Someone
got
gave
a
us
few
a
Christmases
cushion.
left.
Like,
Yeah.
but no, it was cute, and I like that. You know, like when they were going down the hill and they did the little flashback.
I was like,
I was like, yeah.
So-
it was like the kids were watching them, like.
Okay, so that idea about so what do you think makes a Christmas ad then? So you think it's
gotta be emotional.
You think it's emotion.
Yeah, I think it's emotional.
You think it's Kardashian Christmassy stuff, obviously. Well, your tree is all white. It's all
It's like
white, isn't it?
minimalistic.
It's just the OCD. I think Christmas ads are about showing the true meaning of Christmas, coming together, family, love.
Fun.
It's the experience
I
of
think it's
Christmas.
Tradition.
Yeah, I think it's like
yeah.
tradition, bringing people together, the emotional side. Whereas I'm not really into the funny.
Like
Fun.
the Coca Cola one we saw like.
She makes me sound boring.
You know the Coca Cola one where everyone like has to be like everyone's a Santa.
Yeah.
The small acts of kindness. Have you
See that one?
Yeah.
Spread the little kindness. Like it was really nice.
That's what
Well,
I think Christmas is
there are
about.
some people who say Christmas doesn't start until you see the Coca Cola. You see the Coca Cola van.
Yeah.
Holidays are coming, right? They go, oh right, Christmas has started
Yeah,
now.
but
'cause
usually
that-
they're not that good, but I feel this year was
Yeah,
actually
this
really
year
nice.
had something
Is
different.
the lorry in there?
Yeah, but like barely, which is why I
Barely.
like
Like
it.
1
It
second.
depends,
That's why I like it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not.
Yeah.
It's
around
more about
It's not
the
about
message.
Coke.
It's about
Yeah.
It's about Christmas, not Coke.
yeah.
Don't you think it's a bit American-y and bleh?
Yeah, but that's what they do every year.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
their brand.
Do you think you could run the same Christmas ad every year? Could you?
No.
So because that's almost the same thing.
Because
So
things change.
Yeah.
But
so do you think the
like-
message changes from one Christmas to another?
No.
Like it was different after COVID, wasn't it? Because there was they were talking about people being able to be together again. So there had been a change, and then you could do something new.
Yeah, but you still want to be together at Christmas.
I feel like Christmas
that's
is
still pretty
Christmas.
similar.
It's just that
And
the
also-
time around Christmas
Yes,
changes.
yeah.
But the message is still always, it's Christmas. Like, nothing about Christmas changes.
It's always about
Yeah.
Christmas and love.
Yeah, and it's just the
Yeah.
No
situation
matter,
is
no matter
different.
what's happening, there's Christmas and love in
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think one day there won't be any Christmas ads? Do you think it will
Hold
be
on.
so? Well, no, because maybe they'll go. It's
What's this like?
well, no,
Crisis.
because we're not religious anymore. So what does
Yeah, but
the
Christmas
Yeah, but
isn't about
Christmas isn't
religion
about that
anymore.
anymore.
Yeah.
Ah.
I think the
It
Christmas
was to
ads
begin
are
with.
just
Now
about
it's about like
iconic.
family.
It's more about family,
Like there's
giving
not a
and
single
sharing.
Christmas ad that's about religion. Obviously, you
When
can't
last have
do
we
religious
seen
ads
Jesus in
anyway,
an
but,
ad?
Yeah.
Do you not
Yeah.
think it's overdone? The message is overdone. How do you distinguish between these brands anymore? Is it just who gets there first?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
It's more of a competition now.
Yeah.
Which is why it's going strong still, because it's like, that's what
Every
more what
year,
everyone's watching
exactly.
it
They
for.
have to compete against each other to who has like the best Christmas
Like we
ads.
were just saying earlier, like John Lewis, like we watch them and we get so excited about them, but who's going into John Lewis?
Yeah.
Like, what are they even selling us?
I've watched it, but like, there's really nothing about John Lewis in there. I
No.
wouldn't watch that and think, oh my god, I
Oh my god, I've got to get in there.
I think that's good though.
Yeah, you know.
I think that they don't show the products in the ad.
Yeah.
It's why they're good.
Yeah.
Whereas we always say Tesco's is bad because they
They're just like,
always
get a club card.
club card this,
Yeah.
food that. Whereas John Lewis is always more about
It's not about
the
what they're
message
selling
than
you.
the
Yeah.
product.
Yeah, but what they always do is they always have like the one I liked that all you lot hate,
Which one?
the singing oven gloves from Morrison's.
No.
No, I hate that one. I hate
What
that one.
you're
I
talking?
don't-
It's
I don't like
brilliant.
singing ads first of all. 'Cause
Yeah.
they all give
You don't like
fun.
singing ads? No, dancing ads. People dancing in ads.
Either.
No.
Singing, and especially the gloves. It's like
Why are we
It's
having
funny.
gloves? Gloves? Singing though.
What are they called?
What do you mean? It's an ad. It's an ad. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
You don't have big
They
Venus
could
flytraps either.
easily
They could've been
please,
stocking.
like,
Exactly.
No, yeah, he's just
Exactly.
excited about anything.
No,
I
but
watched
what I
that
mean
and was
is,
just
you've got
thinking
that.
skip.
You've got the big long brand ad, and then what they do is they do little 10 and 20 saying, "Get your mince pies here" with something, or the snapper saying. So they do. They do the brand ad and then the product ad, but they're interchangeable. You just said, "Oh well, if Tesco's had done one that." I don't know, the gloves one, that would have been better. I mean, there's no brand other than John Lewis who started it all.
Yeah. To be honest, I can't tell. Like, if I think of the ads, I don't know what's for Aldi, what's for Tesco, what's for.
Yeah.
I need to be like.
Kevin the Carrot is out Aldi though.
well, yeah, that
Yeah, I
is.
won't talk about that one.
I'm not.
Why do you not?
I'm not a
Oh, I
fan
love-
of Kevin the Carrot.
It was I liked it when they first brought it out, but every year it's like, how many times can I see a carrot jump around the town?
Yeah, true. But I do like that this one has their classic cheekiness. They know full well that
There's
they're
too
like
cheeky.
they're good with the,
The
cheekiness
secret
of like the
cheeky
color and the
messages.
caption and
True,
things.
true.
So they've started just ripping stuff off as far
Yeah,
as they can.
That's
and
huge,
getting
Willie.
away
That's
with
what he
it.
says.
So the,
Yeah.
the
That
the
was
Willy
so
Wonka.
And I can see his plum crack is a genius line.
Willy Wonka.
You know they put
Willy
that
Wonka,
in,
Yeah.
thinking we won't get this through, won't get this through, and then they got it through.
Yeah.
I just think it was classically Aldi,
Yeah.
which was good.
Yeah.
As I don't necessarily think it was a great Christmas ad. 'cause
Yeah.
it, was just
It
a Willy
shows their
Wonka ad.
brand
Just a- yeah,
personality.
But it shows their personality.
Yeah.
so
True.
Like the witty, like funny.
And I'm sorry, Michael Bublé, don't talk
My,
to me about
I
No,
hate
No,
it.
I
No.
have so many thoughts about Asda.
Go on then.
They've
Go
gotten
on.
themselves in such a rut now because what are they going to do next year? They just keep like
Adding a
buying all of
celebrity.
these really
Yeah.
expensive
Choking.
copyrighted things, and it's just
Yeah.
going to get more and more expensive. But they're not even like being iconic for it. Do you know what I mean?
And also, like, the first time we see it, you're like, oh, it's Bublé, cool. And then, like, after, I'm like, okay.
Okay,
they
like
also
just
completely
He
missed
doesn't
out on
do
the
anything.
chance to
He
get
doesn't
him
do
out of Frozen
anything.
Isle and
Like, he
defrost
is
him.
very Christmassy, like, when I think
True.
of Christmas, I think of
Okay,
him.
fair.
But at the same time, like, you could have done him so much better. Like, he's just sort of, like, wandering around the shop, like, singing in a storeroom.
Yeah.
Like,
Like they should have defrosted
Yeah.
him in the.
They should have left him in the
pizza aisle,
storeroom.
Like, do you know?
You know what it could have
Yeah,
been?
but that's
you know, like
too
Mariah
Mariah
Carey.
Carey.
Where it's like,
No,
and then
no,
it's like,
no,
he's
not
the
Mariah
boss.
Carey. No,
She's
no.
like, it's
I could-
Actually,
I'd never
Every-
ever shop
she
in
posts
Asda
on the
ever
1st
again.
November.
No.
I would.
We're calling it. No,
I would-
December 2024. Asda will have Mariah.
Mariah Carey
No, no, no.
defrosting in the Frozen
It's
Isle.
not happening.
They cannot afford
They
that.
absolutely will.
At this point, they did Elf last year.
Oh,
The elf one,
I
I
hate
love.
that one.
Elf.
Really?
I don't like the man, so I don't think
Oh,
I couldn't.
you don't like Will?
I
whatever
don't. I
his name
hate
is.
Elf, so I just couldn't
Elf is
distinguish
my
that
favourite
between
Christmas
the two.
film. I think
If no,
She's
Die
a Polar
Hard is the
Express
best
girl,
Christmas
like,
film.
No, it's not.
It is.
It's not.
And
It's
if anyone
barely
says Love
Christmas.
Actually,
Let's
you're
not get on to
going.
Christmas films. We're supposed to be on ads.
yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
But
That was the last
Elf,
episode.
Polar Express is the best, but let's move on.
Do you think, going back to the M&S one, which is the most controversial, they know their target audience?
No.
I
What?
know
'Cause
what
I-
they do. The celebrities you're seeing in it are very
But the-
M&S.
But that message of
But at the same time,
to be like, oh, Michael Bublé, you know?
yeah.
I would not put Michael Bublé as.
Is that what your mum would do?
Not my mum, but like
Michael
That's
Bublé and
what I'm
M&S
saying.
maybe.
That's
British mums.
That's the thing. People want to like. They want people to think that Asda food is like the same quality as M&S food, so they get someone like Michael.
Okay,
Bublé.
that's a good point. But I think the M&S one, I'll do anything for love, but I won't do that. In other words, join in. That seems a really young thing to say, but their audience is old. So I think
feel
they're
like
trying to
people
appeal to the
who
wrong
shop
people.
at M&S are like traditional Christmas, like very same thing every year,
Yeah.
like.
So what they're
boring
saying
Christmas.
doesn't work to
so
them, I don't
throwing
think.
out Christmas and changing it, that's not what they
They're
want.
I
gonna-
agree,
Yeah,
see?
yeah.
They want a
Yeah.
turkey and Brussels sprouts and nothing else.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
That's where I think they got it wrong. Whereas John Lewis has always been about inclusion. Everyone's included.
Yeah.
Everyone's together. Even the
the
snappery
ugly
thing that tries to eat the
bubbles.
dog.
Scrapping everything is just so un-M&S Christmas. Like they're posh. They want
Ah.
like just weird like.
I don't know why they do it
So-
then. And that's maybe because that's the time when most advertisers do their big ads. But that you're right. That's not the time to change things. I mean, you're all young, but you're all quite traditional. I mean, you like traditional.
Yeah.
You don't like change at Christmas, do you?
No,
Not
exactly,
Christmas.
exactly.
Yeah, not for
I think
Christmas.
that's
I'll
what.
accept
So-
change, but not at Christmas time.
So do you think that means that every audience is the same, young or old, want the same thing for Christmas?
I think most of the time, that's what we were saying earlier about how the message of Christmas is the same. It's just the circumstances they put the message in. Because it's like when they change the message, that's when no one likes it. So with M&S, they basically said, screw all this. Everyone's like, hold on a second. No, we need some
I want my
tradition.
Christmas.
Right.
Yeah.
Whereas like when they're still keeping, like with Amazon, it's like it's rare that you're seeing Like, even the target audience for Amazon is different. Like, my grandma does not know how to use
No,
Amazon.
exactly.
Do you know what I mean? But it's like they've still got the message of Christmas.
It makes the young
old
people feel
can
emotional.
resonate
They
with,
know
young
that
people
old
can resonate
people
with.
love young people love a cry.
Everybody
Yeah.
can resonate with
So
the
you'd be like,
message.
you'd be like, oh, I should get something for my grandma because that was like cute as f.
Yeah.
See, I
Everyone has one
wonder if that was
message.
that's how that's going to work. Is that people are going to see it, and younger people are going to say, "I'll get it from." So they won't.
Let's
They
take
don't need to
Granny's
see
wedding.
themselves. Normally, you need to see yourself in an ad,
You need to see
but there you
people
see your
buying
gran or your mum. That's quite different from normal advertising, isn't it? Where
very
you have to feature that target audience in
Yeah.
there. It's about selling stuff and making
Yeah.
money, and Christmas is the biggest time for brands to do that.
Yeah.
So
Also
should they be
bringing
less
in-
hypocritical and say we're just going to sell stuff? So we'll give you
Yeah.
Michael Bublé because all the mums will go great, and we're being deliberately commercial, rather than try and do something that's all touchy feely, but really they're just trying to sell you carrots.
Yeah.
What one's best?
I think when they're trying to bring in new audiences, it's all about the competitiveness, because I don't think if they're trying to sell a product, I mean, if someone tries to sell me a product out of spite, I'll be like, no.
Well, that's how I am. Like,
Yeah.
with the Tesco's one, I think partly why I don't like it, for many reasons, is like they're telling me to go to Tesco's and they're telling
Yeah,
me to use my
use
club.
Club
I'm
Card.
like, I'm not doing it
I don't want to be told
Yeah.
what
Like,
to do.
don't
I want
tell
to see
me.
that thing and think,
I
oh,
want
that's
to
so good, I
feel,
want to go
yeah, I
there.
want to feel like I
Yeah.
need
Good point.
it. Yeah.
I
And-
want to go to Tesco just because I want to talk
Yeah,
about like.
And normally
Yeah,
ads are
it's
subtler.
like-
When you see ads that aren't at Christmas, they're actually a lot subtler about the brand.
Yeah.
But at Christmas, you can see.
It's
I mean,
like
that's why I hate
forced.
the Tesco's ad,
Yeah.
because 3 times they go
He
to
goes in the
Tesco
store.
and he says, "Would you like the club card?" And you go, "Oh, that you can
Like,
tell the client went put in about the club
Mention the
card."
club card,
You
yeah.
know they
Yeah.
said that.
Because I know that the agency wouldn't have done that.
No,
No.
well, we know who
You
did
know,
it.
the short versions won't have that part in there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah,
On like TikTok and that, yeah.
Yeah.
No one's actually sitting there going, "Oh, I've seen that Aldi ad. I got to go get involved, get myself
Yeah.
some carrots and rhubarb." Like, no one's thinking that. They just
Yeah.
thought it was cute, and it's something that, as humans, you're just joyful about. That's generally what I feel
Yeah,
like.
but-
The thing is, I love the John Lewis advert.
yeah.
I'm still going to go and buy the same thing from Poundland.
Just right.
As much as I love it, I'm not going to John
Has
Lewis.
Poundland done a Christmas ad?
Please,
This is the
Andy.
first one.
Could you imagine?
That
No.
That'd be cheap and cheesy.
Yeah, it's less about directly selling products now and more about brand image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I have a good image about John Lewis, so like I wouldn't mind taking a look in there
Yeah.
for Christmas.
Yeah.
You know what
And
I
not
mean?
getting cancelled
Rather
or
than
anything.
yeah.
Yeah, it's more about that.
I mean, they
more about
will
loyalty and
in
image.
January/February. That will before then, probably literally
all
after
shut
Christmas.
down.
Pardon?
Isn't John Lewis been
That's
shut down?
Debenhams.
That's
No,
the
no.
But what they'll do is they'll all John Lewis and Asda, they'll all have like the little poll that you did, but they're
Yeah.
like done spending millions, work out which spenders work the best, and agencies will be fired or accounts will move if they haven't. I mean, that's what happened to John Lewis. This John Lewis ad is the first ad from Saatchi's,
Tell
who are
it's
the new
by- you
agency.
can tell it's by someone else.
Yeah.
It's
Because
not
they
the
lost
same.
it last year.
Who was it before?
It was with Adam and Eve for a long time. And the soundtracks, I think the ones I like best are not the obvious soundtracks, because
Yeah.
it's been
If
this
it's got a Christmas song in the background,
So
get
Bizarre,
rid
So
of it.
Bizarre is a good song.
Yeah,
for,
and he likes the snappy sound, the soundtrack.
the Festa one's good, which
one
Pablo said
for
is festival
John
in
Lewis.
Spanish.
What is?
The John Lewis one.
right.
It's not an obvious Christmas, because what they do is they go, let's buy a really, really big track and then get some Z-list I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here to sing it.
No,
Right?
no,
It costs
Lily Allen
tuppence
like
halfpenny
that.
to buy, and they put it out, and you go, oh really? So
No,
this
I
year
think
you've
they're so
got,
good.
I like
I
some
think
of the
it's
tracks
better
they've
when
picked.
it's not got a
Yeah.
Christmas song.
I
Yeah.
agree.
like that more.
I don't think you need a Christmas
There's
song
only
for it to
so
be
many
Christmas.
times I can hear a Christmas song.
Yeah.
Because
gotta
everything
hear
I'm
it
watching
all.
on TV
Yeah.
will have a Christmas song in the
Yeah.
background. Then the ads got a Christmas song. It's like, then the radio's got it. It's like, I need something that's
Yeah.
it's going to get my
A
attention.
niche Christmas song would be good though.
Yeah.
Or like a re-recorded one, like slower or faster.
Absolutely
No.
not.
No, I
that's
think
where I
we
draw the line.
recorded
I hate that.
No,
Do
I
it
don't
properly
think
or don't do it
it's
at all.
In it, like,
Shut up. Honestly, no.
But I do
I don't
feel,
mind it.
I feel like with that, like if you're gonna do a different song, it needs to have the same feel as Christmas.
Yeah.
Even if it's
It needs to be
something
emotional, I think.
Do you know
it can't
what-
just be
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
what was that ad with?
Can't think of a
They
single
did the
song.
Teenage Dirtbag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
that
did
was
not
so
get that.
random.
No,
You're the love of your life, Edgar the Dragon.
There was
Oh,
Teenage
yeah.
Dirtbag in
Why is
there.
that-
that was-
that's
No, it wasn't.
No.
Edgar the Dragon was.
It was the Sainsbury's
It was the
one
Sainsbury's
with
one.
Alison Hammond
Yes, yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
Christmas.
Yeah, that was just.
Yeah. Teenage
That was
Dirtbag
bizarre.
for Christmas is too
It's like,
far.
Yeah.
what was the context like? Why?
What do you think about the music for? Is it Tesco's? this
So
year.
bizarre, so
How
bizarre.
Yeah. Do you like
I think
I
the
love
music
that
is
track.
good.
Just not the visuals.
There's
Yeah.
The
It's
music's the
not
best thing.
massive on it.
Do you know what it is
Me
with
neither.
that
I feel
one?
like it's a bit TikTok.
I think music can make or break the ad.
It's
What
so
is TikTok-y? What do you mean
desperately trying to-
TikTok?
Like it just looks like a video that would be on TikTok. It doesn't
Yeah.
look like
It
a
does.
proper ad.
It was
It
quite a
does.
viral
It's
song
not
on
like a-
TikTok, but
Yeah.
I think that you can see when people are trying just too hard.
They're
Putting too many
hard to
things
get
in.
towards people
Yeah,
that watch
too
TikTok
too
and
many
stuff.
things
Yeah.
in.
Like it's
Put it
just
on TikTok
cringe.
then and don't put it on TV at all.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
wasn't worth it.
Oh,
TikTok Christmas.
TikTok Christmas.
Yeah, you can always tell when ads are trying to target
Size.
younger audiences, but they try too hard and it
Yeah.
just doesn't run, and it doesn't look good on TV either. So it's like a bit.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I feel-
same thing with the celebrity endorsements where they're just like not subtle about it.
Yeah, because the start of the Tesco's one, it started well. Like I was engaged and I was like, oh my god, they're telling us Christmas stuff, and then dragged on for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, repeated too
I was
many
like, there's only
times.
so many Christmas objects you can be. Like, what's the point here?
Well, they
Nothing.
started. It was one joke.
Yeah.
You know what it's like when you're telling a joke the same way. You have to start with a good one. But you've got to end with your strongest, and the strongest one was a tree. And then none of them got. And then you turned into a tree, and you went.
Yeah.
It's the
Okay,
same.
yeah.
But
It's
you
the same
said that
thing.
about the Morrisons. It's one joke, and they keep repeating it, but you liked it.
I know because I thought it got better because it had that and it had the silly cat and then it had lots and then it had different drawers coming out. I thought they built
I
it
think
well.
he was the target audience.
Yeah, definitely a boomer.
Like, he's like, it got better. I'm like, did
It's
you
good,
know?
okay? Don't listen to them. It's
Yeah.
good.
Where do you shop then? Do you actually shop?
Pardon?
Where do you
Me?
shop? Do you shop in
I
Morrison's?
have
Where do
it,
you
I have it
shop?
delivered.
Well,
Christmas
he
is
gets-
delivered.
He's a click and collect.
Click and collect, yeah.
Do you know how to do that?
No.
Yeah, so what's next for Christmas ads? I mean, what's the future? Are they going to get earlier? Are they going to get abandoned? Are they going to not do them? What?
There's not a lot like we said, the message of Christmas is the same every single year.
Yeah.
So what can they do differently every single year?
You just do the same thing.
But I don't
Same
think. Do you know what? I don't think they need to do something different every single. We literally all do the same thing every year for Christmas. We all go to
Yeah.
the same
Yeah,
person's
true.
house, eat the same food.
That's true.
Like we love it because we do it once a year,
Yeah.
and it's like. You can't talk about Christmas at all until November, December, and then it's like, okay, you enjoy it for the little time and you
November
resonate.
starting. Just
Yeah, like
not
you,
wait until December.
you get a bit excited for the feeling. So it's
Yeah.
like, do you really want to change that of what
Yeah,
it is?
that's
Like
true.
I personally don't mind.
But, I mean, if something happens, like COVID, it was big, so it changed when they did Christmas ads, right?
Right.
If something big happens that you can dial in, because ads are reactive, you know that
I
you
didn't like
they
that
react to
every
something.
Christmas ad in COVID was like, oh, COVID's happened.
Stuck
It's like, okay, well, we know it's happened. We've experienced it.
Yeah, I
Talk
think the
about something
message
else.
about not being alone at Christmas.
Yeah, that was all that was like, oh, we can be together again. That was
Yeah,
all
that
the
was
ads.
every
Yeah.
single
Yeah.
ad's like.
Yeah, but you can see why they did it, because it was
Well,
something
yeah,
that had happened
yeah,
that they
Which
could
is
react
strange,
to.
Because I can't remember any from when we
No.
like, actually couldn't see each other in December 2020. Like, if you tried to tell me,
Did they
like, that
even make any
2020
ads?
I don't know whether they made that many
I
when
don't
it
know.
happened. I think they stepped back and said that we're not going to rub it in.
Like,
we're just
how
gonna...
would you make Christmas enjoyable when people's families are dying and you can't see anyone? Like, do they
Yeah,
really
no.
want to try and? It's a bit risky.
So you don't think you think that because 20 years ago there wasn't this tradition of Christmas ads. Yeah, they had Christmas ads, but they weren't that huge. John Lewis really started the ball rolling again. It was because there were big ads happening all the time.
Yeah.
Now, because everyone's they save their budget up until
Yeah.
Christmas and do it then.
I think it will keep.
I just
going.
don't know.
Yeah, it will keep going. I don't
The
know.
only thing that would like shock me now is if like John Lewis didn't do a Christmas ad. Like
Oh,
all their
yeah.
ads are like
Yeah.
they're the same. The only way I would like it would get my attention is if they didn't do one.
Yeah.
Like I don't really
Okay,
care
so
about
that's a
They could
good
do something,
point.
Like, really shocking. They
So
could-
if John
Oh,
Lewis,
well.
yeah, if John Lewis suddenly said we're not doing a Christmas ad, the £10 million we spent on that we're giving to this charity, and that was their thing, would that resonate? At
I
Christmas?
I feel like
John
that would be.
Lewis.
I feel like that would be very
that,
John
that would
Lewis.
be the most talked
Yeah.
about ad they could
Yeah,
do.
and they
is
haven't
if
even
don't
done
do
anything.
one.
Like,
So
literally.
not doing Christmas ad, but doing something with the money could be
Yeah.
quite
Yeah.
a good
'Cause
way
that's
for a brand
about
to feel more
Christmas.
Christmassy.
Yeah, because that's
You could
literally
donate
the
to,
message.
like,
I'd still be upset though. That's
Yeah,
itself
to like
with me.
they should like dedicate like
I'll be like,
send the
what?
money to somewhere where like Salvation Army, who like make sure people don't spend Christmas
Yeah.
alone. That kind of
Something that's actually
charity
Christmassy.
Or they could run an old one.
That
They
would-
could say, "What's your
that would
favourite?
go
We'll
really
run
well.
that." But the money we would have spent on making it, like
Yeah.
during
That's a good idea.
They
I
could
think
just
that would be
replay
good.
this
During
Or just a
lockdown.
bunch of old ones
Yeah.
that are people's favourites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
But
rewatching.
do we
them.
really
It's
need
just
to
a video of
spend
one person
£10 million
talking,
to
explain.
make an ad?
So
though?
if they
Yeah,
thought
like-
about it differently, because
Like,
the rest
give a
of the
small
year
budget.
they're quite mean with their budget, but they splurge it all at Christmas. If they did, like when KFC couldn't say it's finger licking good, they did. They did the poster campaign where they used other end lines. So it had
Yeah.
KFC because you're worth it, and they spoke to
Yeah.
those. So, you know, they got round it in a clever way. If they could find clever ways of doing Christmas ads that were different or spent less or cost less and made a point, would that work?
I think that would get my
so, yeah.
attention more than
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
another Christmas ad.
Yeah.
Because it's so like all Christmas ads are overdone now. It's the only way they're gonna get proper attention is if they don't do one at all.
Yeah, because now every
Yeah.
single company.
Like you're
does a
expecting it
Christmas
to
ad.
happen,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
if you don't, then you're shocked.
So
You're like,
everyone
"Done
says
this."
we're in the spirit of Christmas, but if someone showed it, if a brand
Yeah.
actually showed it by
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
something, so
Yeah.
don't tell me, but do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would work.
Yeah.
Okay, that could be interesting.
They're going to steal that idea now.
They are.
Yeah.
You can't
Copyright
have
it.
that. You heard it here
John
first.
Lewis.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Right. So a lot of debate about favourite Christmas ads. What makes a Christmas ad? Why Christmas ads exist? What's the future? I think it would be a good idea if we ended. Everyone's going to say what their favourite Christmas ad of this year, but their favourite Christmas ad of all time is. So I'll start
Yeah,
with.
that's actually my idea, thank you.
It's Amber's idea, but like all ideas in advertising, they're nicked from someone else. So my favourite Christmas ad is John Lewis, but it's the bouncing boxer dog on the trampoline. Still the best Christmas ad ever.
Go on, Emmy.
My favourite, probably also John Lewis. It's really hard. I like the Man on the Moon, but I think Edgar the Dragon is so cute.
Okay.
You love it.
I love Edgar the Dragon. I like the song as well.
My one is it the Bear and the Hare, John Lewis?
Yeah.
That
The
one.
That
Willie
one's
Allen
good.
one.
Because the song is so cute.
That is my favourite song.
That one's really good.
Man on the Moon, John Lewis.
John Lewis.
It's a lot of John Lewis.
It's
There's
just
a thing.
good. Yeah.
Mine's also John Lewis. It's Moz the Monster, the saddest Christmas ad death of all time.
No, for
It
real.
was so sad.
Turn that light on.
Heart-wrenching, like, what?
He
Turn the light
sacrificed
on.
himself.
Yeah, oh.
It wasn't real.
Yeah, but he was
Stop feeding
To
to
yourself,
yourself.
I'll show you a picture of me and Moz in
Mine-
like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Monica,
I
what's
think
yours?
mine's John Lewis again. The penguin one we watched.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
it's
penguin
so
one
Penguin one is
so
good.
cute.
It's a
So
classic.
cute. I also really like. I know it's not supposed to be from this year, but I really like the Coke one. I don't know why, but I
This
actually
year?
love the Coke
Okay.
one.
The small
yeah.
acts of
So that is
kindness.
my
Well, that's probably the most iconic image, isn't it? With the holidays are coming with that.
No,
Yeah,
but
but
Yeah, but then this
Oh, this year's one
Yeah,
where
it is.
yeah.
Everyone's a Santa.
Yeah.
It's like small acts of kindness.
Yeah.
It just resonated with me. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because you're really kind.
Oh.
What can I say?
So in conclusion, we just love John Lewis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Nothing exists other than John Lewis.
Yeah.
Clearly not.
Big up John.
They're still yet to be beaten.
Yeah, that's
Even
Right,
though
well,
everyone's trying.
let's all wish everyone a Merry Christmas. We've got to end it somehow. We've got to end it. Right, after 3, we've got to end it somehow.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Merry
Christmas. You never said anything.
I couldn't get the words out of my mouth.
Why? I can't get there. You can cut that.
Okay, okay.
This is really bloody itchy.
Yeah.
Oh my days.